Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Pretty. How you guys doing today? Thank you very much for joining me. For those of you who have been on this platform that follow me on this channel, know that I am very passionate about issues that affect Africans who live in the diaspora, because I feel like Africans who live in the diaspora have a peculiar challenge different from Africa who live in Africa. And for those of you who have been there from the beginning, when I started Obodo TV, know that one of the issues that have always come up on my channel, and one of the issues that I've always treated on this channel, is about building a house, property, and the things, all the stories that happened. I shared my own experience and so many stories about building houses and, you know, real estate in Nigeria, and what normally happens when you live abroad and you are trying to establish something in Nigeria, some of the stories that happen. Now, I'm not saying that some of the people who live abroad and try to build in Africa don't have success stories. I talk based on the experience that I have and based on the experiences of people around me. Now, a couple of people have approached me and asked me, oh, you always talk about, you know, building a house in Nigeria, experiences of, you know, people who have, you know, put money and they are defrauded. Can you advise us? Can you recommend? Yeah, someone has actually asked me, can you recommend how we can actually have a property back home without going through all these nasty experiences that people go through? And I said, no. Instantly, I told that person, I said, no, I'm not getting involved, because I don't want a situation whereby someone is going to run into trouble and then they will say, oh, it's Oyinbo that recommended us now. And I just waited because I wanted an opportunity whereby I can have someone that is reliable and trustworthy, that I can say, okay, you can, you know, actually do business with this person and you'll be safe. And lo and behold, welcome, you know, a very formidable woman who has done really well and established herself in the real estate sector in Nigeria. Her name is Mrs. Grace Ofure. And Mrs. Ofure's story is spectacular, I tell you. I talk a lot about women empowerment. Nigeria is a very patriarchal society. We talk about it all the time here. Female children are often not given much recognition. Some fathers are very devastated when their wives have female children. But I thank God, because, you know, the tides are gradually changing. And we are beginning to see that having a female child is not a curse. It's not a disadvantage. It's not something that you should regret, because women are actually pulling their weight and they are doing extraordinarily well. And that is the story of Mrs. Grace Ofure. Now, let me tell you a little bit about her before I talk to you about the real estate business. Mrs. Grace Ofure started off selling palm oil. Her mom sold palm oil because, you know, any business that your family member does, your mom or any family member does, you're likely to go into that business because you have experience in it. So when she got married, after she graduated, she got married and there was no job, which is is the story of 80% of graduates from Nigeria universities and polytechnics all across Nigeria. And she said she did not want her husband to be the only provider. Oh my God, that is like music in my ear. When I hear a woman say, I don't want my husband to have the only economic power in the family. I want to contribute my token. Even if it's £100 a month, I'm able to contribute. I want to do my bit. Do you know what that means? That is empowerment. That is saying I matter. I value myself in this relationship, and I'm able to put something forward. I'm able to do something, and I'm worth something. So she said she didn't get a job, so she started doing, you know, the business that she's familiar with, which she saw her mother did, which is the palm oil business. And you can see the images here, how she was then when she got married and she started doing the palm oil business. From there, she started selling what they call okrika. Those of you who are Nigerians don't know what okrika means. Okrika means used clothes. I suppose in this part of the world you call it charity shops. Yes. So she started doing okrika business, and from that okrika business, this woman was so diligent that she was able to save a huge sum of 500,000 naira. I mean, I'm talking about okrika business that is something that you sell for, I don't know, 3,000 naira, 2,500 naira, 5,000 if it's too expensive. But she managed to save a whooping sum of 500,000 naira from this business. And from this 500,000 naira, she met someone who had experience in real estate. and showed her how to get into real estate business. Guys, let me take a minute here to tell you about real estate. When you hear about people on the internet, on YouTube here, do you know what passive income means? Passive income simply means putting your money to work while you sleep. You will be sleeping like this, but in a few months, the money that you put in that investment will be yielding dividends for you. So she had an opportunity to buy a land, and with that 500,000, she called a few friends and they put their money together and they bought the land. That land appreciated so much that, and from there, she started learning about real estate. She got training, she got advice. So she got apprenticeship from people who are close to her, who are friends that are already experienced in that sector. And she learned everything you need to learn about real estate. One of the best ways that you can get passive income, either in the diaspora or in Nigeria, is from real estate. There's so much money in real estate, whether land or property like a flat, a house, a building, whatever you can call it. Anything that is landed property, you can get a lot of, income from it. And today, she is, she's a professional who has, learned so much. Because she's learned so much, she wants to impact the knowledge now. Now, the good news is that she's not only now into real estate as in selling lands, selling buildings, selling, apartments, and she has estates all across Nigeria. I'm telling you, this woman's story is truly inspirational. From wanting to contribute to her family, not wanting her husband to be the only contributor to the family or to be the only person that, has the income in the family, and selling Palmoil and okrika. This lady has gone on to own estates all across Lagos. She's got estates in Lakowe. She's got estates in Ikate, in Lekki Phase 1. And her estates are in places where it's not, how we used to see all those videos where there's water everywhere during, I don't know, what they call the raining season? Yeah, they call them rainy season in Nigeria. When rain, I think it's like the autumn, when we have fall or autumn in this part of the world, and there's so much rain. If you go to some parts of the island, in Lekki, you feel sorry for those people because it's like they are living inside water. That is because those areas are not properly developed. They are sand-filled. So when the rain comes, they can't leave their house. They are even lucky that the rain is not carrying their houses. But I'm happy to tell you that Grace Ofure's houses are in areas that are not sand-filled. These are areas that are locked. Like, you didn't sand-fill them. There's no way that erosion is gonna happen in those areas. Her estates are in places like, Lakowe and Ikate, and I was telling you about, I'm showing you here the estate that she have, and you can get land in those estates for like prices from 5.7 million per plot. If you live abroad, this money is not big money. It's something you can actually do, and that is because Grace Ofure has given you the opportunity, to pay in a window of 3 months, 6 months. So you can put a deposit down and then you work to pay the rest off. And these properties that I'm talking about, the land and the apartment I'm talking about, come with government approved C of O. C of O is the government documentation that you need for any document, that any landed property that you have in Nigeria. If you don't have the C of O, my dear, you are just starting. The C of O is what tells who is the legal owner of that land or that building or that property. And she also has apartments, units all across these areas that I've mentioned, from 6 million naira upwards. You need to put a deposit of 20% of 6 million. A lot of us who live abroad always think, how are we ever going to be able to afford to own a property back home? And from all the videos I've done and interactions I have with a lot of my subscribers on this channel, we now understand that buying is actually the way forward. Buying is so much more easier. It's so much more easier. You buy an apartment, you buy a duplex, you buy a house. So you bought it, you have your C of O. There are already people living in this estate I'm talking to you about. And the good thing is that this estate are so secured. They've got security, private security. They've got electricity, up to 24 hours electricity. And one of the things that a lot of us who live in diaspora are scared about is security. This estate are fenced. And the access is on a gated place that before you get into that place, you need to be granted access to go in. And also there are good roads. And Grace Ofure is not only doing that, she is also teaching people who want to invest in property. Like if you've got a lot of money, because sometimes if you live in diaspora, and the thing I know about savings is that if you've got a lot of money saved and you have no plan for it, you are likely to squander that money. But if you have a plan, it's always better because you know what you are saving for. And she has this online training, which is like a real estate training school. She calls it Lifecard University. And what she does in that training course, I'm linking everything I'm talking about here, is for you to learn the rudiments about real estate business in Nigeria. If you've got passive income, you want to invest, you want to learn, if you want to buy to let, which is what they call it in the UK here, you just want to buy, you don't want to live there, but you just want to let it so that, you know, people can come and stay there and you get revenue from it. I mean, go on the website, it's called www.lifecarduniversity.com, and you will learn everything. I'm linking everything in the description box. You will learn about real estate in Nigeria, how you can earn money from passive income if you want your own property, how you can get your own property, your apartment, if you want a land and you want to build, maybe you have a spec of the kind of place that you want. You don't want the ones that are already built in the multi-purpose apartments or buildings. You just want, you know, your own, you have your own architectural design that you want to put forward. Then you can buy land from her. The good thing is that as you are buying it, you've got your government approved CFO. Don't take my word on it. Do your own research. But I'm telling you, the testimonies are quite good. And guess what? I managed to convince her to give my subscribers a discount. So, for everything that you are doing, whether you are training or you are buying land or you are buying an apartment, Lifecard University, you will get all the information you need. And remember, you get 5% on everything when you use my code, which is Obodo1. Obodo1 gives you 5% on all that she has to offer. So I'm just going to leave it here today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. For all further information or further details, please check out the website, Lifecard University, and you will get all the information that you need. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I love you. Bye.